is poppin', everyone? Welcome to another Car Talk. I believe this is Car Talk 13. We got a nice sunny morning here in New York. It's raining pretty bad out. Sorry about my hair. I'm looking crazy today. Really need a haircut. Gotta get shit lined up. My hair's still dry, still wet too from the rain, and I just showered at the gym, which is actually what I wanted to talk about today. I think mainly the topic today is about the whole 5 a.m. kind of gurus, I guess, if you want to call them that, where they just preach that waking up at 5 a.m. is basically going to solve all your problems. I tried that for a little bit. It didn't really work. I'm not going to hold you. Because you got to figure out the thing is, it's not about when you wake up or what time you wake up. It's more about what you do with your time. So everyone's different, obviously. Everyone has different sleep schedules. Everyone naturally wakes up at different times. Me personally, I naturally wake up around 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 8:30, maybe 7:30. That range from 7:30 to 8:30 is the time where I naturally wake up. So most of the time that's why I schedule my time about, whether I'm waking up at 7:30 or if I'm waking up at 8:30 or 8. I am the most productive from about 9 to 1. That is when I'm usually the most productive. So I usually try to schedule my day around being when I'm going to be the most productive. It's a little different because I have work and shit, but that's what people have to figure out. You have to figure out when you're most productive and what time you naturally wake up. Obviously, if you have work, well, that's a different story. As far as work goes, let's say you wake up at 7. If you're not a morning person, then, well, definitely waking up at 5 a.m. is not going to help you. It'll be better to just do everything after work for night owls, I guess, or for people that can't wake up that early, because, well, you're not going to get anything done. You're going to be miserable when you wake up. That's the thing that I think people don't understand. You wake up at 5 a.m. If you're not naturally a morning person, you're going to be absolutely miserable the entire day. And you're not going to even get anything done. So waking up early was pointless. So you have to find that. You have to find, the time you're most productive and all that. Now, let's talk about, all right, well, what are you going to do with your time? Now, it kind of varies between person to person, because obviously I don't know your guys' situations. But let's say you work at a job like at a store or something. Or, I guess we'll take my job, for example. I work at T-Mobile, as if you could not tell. When it's dead, when we have no customers, I bring my laptop and I do my real estate work while I'm there, while it's dead. And if I'm not doing my real estate work, then I'll set my calendar for the week, because I have to do that since I know my schedule 2 weeks in advance. So I can't obviously schedule my entire month. But I have to know, I'll either do real estate or I'll do, calendar, any sort of productive thing that I could get done while it's dead, I'll do. Whether that's send no eclipse or something like that. If you have a job like that, that would be the perfect time to get shit done. Because then, let's be real, when you get home after work, you really don't want to do anything. I mean, you do kind of if you want to achieve your goals, this is gonna be blunt, but you do gotta kind of not be a pussy and just do it. Like, you gotta get your shit done whether you like it or not, because that's just how the world works. The world does not revolve around your emotions, to be blunt. You have to still, it's about discipline. It's not about motivation. If you have to do something, then you could accomplish it. If you're someone like myself that is a gamer, I love video games. Now, for my situation, it's a little different, because when I play video games, I try to make it a video. But let's say you don't want to be a content creator, which is perfectly fine, and you want to play video games, which is also perfectly fine. I don't think people should sacrifice their hobbies and what makes them and enjoyments for their goals. But set that stuff as a reward. That's what I do. Before I play video games, I make sure I have everything done, which is exercise, which we'll talk about later. Exercise, work, obviously. I do a little bit of real estate, at least about an hour to hour and a half a day I try to get done. Yoga, which is something I'll talk about at different car talk. I do think everyone should do yoga. It's something I got into recently, and I really enjoy it. That's about it. Those things I have to get done before I am allowed to go play video games. And that is my reward. It does a few things. Let's say your enjoyment is painting or something like that, or drawing, or anything, reading. You make it as a reward. That way, two things happen. One, you tend to focus more on your whatever you're doing, your hobby, and you tend to enjoy it more, because then two, you're not thinking about, oh, I should have been productive. Oh, I gotta get this done still, and I'm not doing it. I'm procrastinating. Oh, if you just get everything done out of the way, then you get to enjoy your hobby 10 times more than if you just procrastinated everything and then just went right back into it. And don't get me wrong, it is hard. It is hard. There's definitely days where I didn't get anything done. Let's say T-Mobile was super busy, and I get home and now I gotta do an hour and a half of real estate, still eat dinner, and still do yoga, and I gotta just do everything right after work, or maybe even exercise if I didn't exercise in the morning. But you gotta sacrifice it. Then, that day you just didn't get to do what you wanted to do, which is okay. But as long as you keep on being productive and you keep accomplishing those tasks that are almost, you gotta make them non-negotiables, which I feel like people have to. That's one thing that's helped me a lot, is you make stuff a non-negotiable. Unless obviously you're dead sick, I feel like is the only reasonable thing where or if you're injured, obviously, where you get a pass. Because if you're sick, you're sick. I was sick recently. I didn't do shit when I was sick because I was sick. You should rest then. Focus on getting better. I'm not saying that. Don't kill yourselves. Now, let's get into exercise, because I just recently exercised. Now, how do you be productive with that? Now, what I think people should do, like I said earlier, make exercise a non-negotiable. It does not have to be weightlifting. It does not. If you can't afford to go to a gym, that is fine, because you still got home workouts that you could do. You still got body weight workouts that you could do. If you had the space, it'd probably be better to invest in a home gym. I personally don't have the space for it, but I would much rather prefer a home gym compared to a gym that I go to. Like, LA is cool, but I would much rather prefer to just work out at home. If you can do that, whatever. It could even be going for a walk. the one thing about exercise and just living a healthy lifestyle is anything is better than nothing. Even if it is going for a walk, do it. It is better than just sitting home or just sitting down all day at work, because your body wants to move. You need to move your body. You just gotta. Otherwise, if you just sit down all day, when you get older, I mean, I'm not old yet, but I know that the stuff I'm doing now, my older self is gonna thank me, because that shit adds up. And that's when people start developing back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, all that bullshit. If you could just take care of yourself now while you're young, when you get older, your future self is gonna thank you. Obviously you're already older. Let's say you're already in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're watching this video. Well, 1, thank you. But 2, then you might as well just start now. Like, why wait even longer? You might as well just start now. It's only gonna improve your life. It is one of those things where it's not gonna. It will only improve your life. Now, exercise in general is difficult, but that's when you got to develop discipline in life. You just have to. You gotta go. It's non-negotiable. It's for yourself. Your body's a temple. You want to take care of it. Now, something that I do to save time. My situation's a little convenient, I will say, because my gym is right next to T-Mobile, where I work at, and Tropical, where I also work at. So all my jobs and the gym is close together, which is pretty convenient for me. But what I do is I work out, but then I shower and get ready at the gym. That way I can still go to the gym and get ready for work and not have to drive back home, because I live 20 minutes home. If I had to do that, then I would have to get up even earlier, which I don't want to do. Remember, we're trying to stick to where you can wake up and attack the day. For me, it's 7:30 to 8:30. For you guys, it might be something different. Could be, if you work a night shift, it'd be way later in the day. But you got to find where that period is where you wake up naturally. I guess a way to test it would be just watch yourself. Just listen to your body. When you naturally get tired, what time do you normally wake up if you didn't set an alarm? I've figured out my time because I went to bed at 2 o'clock and still woke up at 8 o'clock. And surprisingly, I wasn't tired. Something I found too is when you wake up around the time where your body naturally wakes up, even if you got, let's say, 6 hours, 7 hours, or 5 hours of sleep, you still won't be that tired. Now, I will say, you get tired earlier in the day by not having enough sleep. But that initial wake up, for me, I don't feel tired. Because I go to bed around, 12-1. That way I can get 8 hours of sleep. Just works for me. But everyone's different. You gotta also, take the time, look at your situation that you're in, and figure out how to be the most productive. If you're trying to set your goals, obviously, if you're not trying to attack your goals, this video might not be for you, unfortunately. But it's the only way to become successful in life. Well, I wouldn't say the only way, because you definitely could be successful by, but it's not ideal. It's less likely to happen. But your overall quality of life does improve by being productive. One thing I would say everyone should do, be schedule everything down on a calendar. That's helped me a lot. I used to be that person that I didn't do calendars. I just kind of winged it. And man, does it blow. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. You start because I'm like a butterfly. I get distracted really easy. My mind is going, I'm constantly thinking. So trying to remember if I have like an appointment this day, or if I'm doing this time, or I'm not gonna remember it. So writing everything down, it just takes that off your head. Like, all right, what do I gotta do? All right, let me check my calendar. And then it just makes everything 10 times easier. So write everything down. It doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. You set aside, literally, if you know your schedule already, you set aside 30 minutes to an hour. Make your schedule for the week. Literally take 30 minutes out of your week. I feel like you can find the time to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in you. But that's about it on this rambling. It was more of, try to help you guys out. It's more of, when I figure out something that helped my life, I do want to share it. And that's something that's helped me be more productive. So, I'll let you guys know too. If you enjoyed, thank you. Thank you for enjoying the video. I'm not gonna do the whole, like, subscribe, hit that bell. I do have to clock into work though, so I'll see you guys the next time.